Parts Masters #1 salesman for 2015, #1, Scott Long.
Go get him.
I'm going to tell a brief story. I realize I'm one of the only things standing between you and the bar tonight, so I'm aware of that. Okay, it's actually Matt. I'll take the fall. I started with Parts Master in July 2007. I was 23 years old. I'm going on my first cold call with Nick Pedratsky, my manager. I'm glad that Nick's video that Kenny presented yesterday was shown. Everyone got to see that. So you get, if you don't know Nick, you at least get a little insight to what you're about to hear, and that this is true. This is how we go to market with Nick. I don't know what the day of the week was, but it's morning. We pull up to our first stop, Puritano Construction. No appointment, of course. Drive into the employee parking lot. Walk in the back door through the employee door. Find a mechanic, wrenching on a piece of equipment. Nick sticks his head under and says, "Hey man, you want a free hat?" "Yeah, I want a free hat." "Great, we're gonna go back to the car, get you a free hat, get a bunch of other stuff, but you gotta watch my demonstration." "Yeah, I don't care, I just want a free hat." "Cool, what's your name?" "My name's Sam." We go back to the car, we come back in. I go right to the car to grab my new hire kit with my drill bits, my mega stick, everything I learned. Nick said, "No, put that away, we don't need that." He grabs the Evolution saw and the X-Cut. He means business. We get back in the account, the word of the free hat spread within that 2 minutes. We got about 9 guys standing there looking for free hats. Nick gives me the novelty assignment. Go ahead, give each guy a hat, wipe out all your novelties if you have to. Watch me, I'm going to show them an X-Cut. Okay. They get a pin, they put it in the vise. Nick operates it first, runs the X-Cut, blows right through the pin. He gets another pin, has Sam run it. Sam's totally sold on it, thinks it's the most exciting thing he's seen. Nick stops him halfway. "Hey, Scott's a new guy. I know you guys are going to buy this. I want to get Scott to run it, get him to try it a little bit." So I run it. You can imagine how that looked. Everyone's like, "You look like you're scared of it. Get in there." Because I was. So I finished running it. I feel like we're wrapping up the call. I think this is a sales call. I don't quite know what's happening. Out comes someone whom we're assuming is the shop foreman. I'm going to water down the rest of the story from here on out, keep it pretty clean, but he basically says, "What the heck is going on?" I freeze, look at Nick. Nick goes, "Hey, Whitey, you want a free hat?" "I don't want a hat, I want to know what you're doing here." Nick turns to me and says, "Give this guy a free hat." Walk over to him. He says, "Get that thing out of my face." Nick says, "What's your name, Whitey?" He says, "I'm Jack. What are you guys doing here?" "Well, we just showed Sam this X-Cut. He loved it. You guys need it. Sam, you need it, right?" "Yeah, we could use something like that." "Yeah, you guys need it. Definitely need this. You're gonna buy. I'm gonna show one more thing. Scott's a new guy. I'm still training him, so I want to show one more thing, and then we'll be on your way, Jack. I I got this cold cut saw. It's a 9-inch circular evolution saw. It's cold cut. Once you cut it, you can put your hand right to it. Let me show you, just real quick, Jack. So Nick puts a plate in the vise, drops the pin, puts the plate in there, cuts it, picks up the piece that falls. It was like 3/8 plate maybe. I don't know. I didn't even know what 3/8 meant back then, but I think it was. He walks over to Jack and says, "Touch it, Jack. It's cold. It's cold cut." Jack goes, "You touch it." Nick takes the plate and puts it right to his tongue. To which Jack responds, "I'll take the saw, I'll take the X-cut, and then you guys are leaving." Nick goes, "Great, my apprentice Scott will clean up the shop and we'll go in your office and write up the order." I promise there's meaning behind all this. I clean up, I go to the office, clean up the shop, I walk in, Nick's writing up the order. He says, "Hey, I just added 4 sets of flashback arresters to the order." I don't even know what that means, but it sounded good. But I noticed, because I've known Nick, I noticed he's writing the order with one hand, and he's got a cigarette in his left hand. He said, "I didn't know you smoked." He leans over towards me and says, "I don't. I'm building common ground with your customer." So Nick and Jack are having cigarettes writing up the order. And I'm having anxiety. $2,800 order, first cold call, first sales call in the business. We get back to the car, and Nick says, well, watered down, Nick says, "What do you think?" I said, "I think I quit." What? Yeah. I can't do this job. I quit. I'm done. You're not done, Whitey. What's my point? It's a funny story, that's the point. I fell into something that Matt was talking about yesterday. You heard Matt talk about selective comparison. I selectively compared my weaknesses to Nick's strengths. I thought, I can never do what he did, so I can never be successful in this business. When I learned to play to my strengths and enjoy doing that, that's when I found success. And we can all fall into that trap easily, because every time you do it, you lose. It's easy to do as salespeople and look at the talented people in this room and all the talented people who came up here for awards and think, man, I wish I did things his way. I wish I could do things like her. I wish I had their territory. I wish I had those accounts. Instead, we need to focus on ourselves, play to our strengths, and win. I didn't get up here alone. There's a lot of people who contributed to my success along the way. So one thing I said to all the new people in our region, and I think we know we have 40 new hires here today, is find the people, find the good people who are going to help you get to where you want to be. There's so many people in this room who helped me. So many people allowed me to reach my goals. I don't want to list everyone. I think you know who you are. I'm bound to leave someone out if I do that, but there's of course there's one person. Can't cry in front of Jack, that wouldn't have gone over well. That's my dad.